Hello my gorgeous peopleini, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your special message when it comes to the actual month of February 2022. What in particular do you need to pay attention to? What in particular do you need to focus on? What specifically is going to be kind of like a really important stage and part of your life that you may not realize necessarily. So this is indeed a very special message for the month of February, and it is going to be for all 12 signs of Zodiac as usual, and they are going to be individually time-stamped, which means that you can very easily scroll at the bottom of the screen and you can find your sign that way, or on another hand you can just simply check within the actual description box and then you can click on the timing next to your actual sign, and this is going to take you immediately to your sign. Okay, so now, as I said, this is for the month of February 2022, and I am going to start with my gorgeous Aries, my beautiful Aries. Do you know what is this February pretty much going to be about? You revisiting an important plan. There is a very strong connection that you're actually going to have with your past. Now, when you have this strong connection with your past, it's very pretty much so worth to pay attention to the 1st of February, 11th of February, and the 21st of February, because each of these days are going to give you a certain clue. Each of these days are going to give you a certain sign. Each of these days is going to actually take you somewhere, you know. But this is the specific part of your past that you are going to be taken, that you should be paying attention to. So this is really important, because that in itself, it's pretty much so going to make you sorry, apologize. That pretty much it's going to make you to embrace an important part of yourself, to embrace an important part of your life. So this is going to be really important, because suddenly you're going to like kind of think about the specific part of your life, maybe how things used to do in your life, how things used to work for yourself. But then that in itself, it's also going to bring you an important clue when it comes to something uncertain, you know, an uncertain outlook. You're going to have a really important clue when it comes to that, because it looks like, you know, you will be revisiting some kind of plan, you know, from the past. But then again at the same time, you're going to stumble upon the little problem where you're going to kind of, oh my god, I'm not too sure. It's going to be a lot about you realizing that the power is within you. You're the one who needs to step through. You're the one who needs to step forward. That this is exactly what you need to do when it comes to uncertainty. Sometimes, you know, we just go by the actual energy that we feel. We just go by this optimism, and we go by this positivity. So this is an important part and an important stage of your life, because you, my gorgeous Aries, you need to see what this is. This is going to change every single aspect of your life. It's going to open your eyes, but it's also at the same time gonna pretty much so gonna bring a very powerful vibration within, which is on another hand going to reflect on your energy. Where you were like kind of negative, you're going to become rather positive, and then through that optimism you will know, you know, that pretty much so it's time for you to kind of like pay attention to the certain continuation, because you've left a certain part of yourself in the past, and now you need to bring that in. Now, once that happened, you know, this is going to open your eyes, but it's also really nicely and gently going to really pretty much so redirect you. And an important chance is most certainly going to become absolutely obvious. This is what you need to remember. It's about the chance that is going to become absolutely obvious, but then again, oh my god, uncertain, I'm not too sure how to do this, I'm not too sure how to do that. So this is why you just need to pretty much so see what this is and see where this is going to take you. It's going to remind you of who you are. I'm not saying that you forgot who you are, but you will see exactly what I mean. This is going to be really important stage, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. There are going to be two paths ahead. Just remember this, that you're going to stumble upon the two paths ahead. So you do the path that your spirit is saying. You do the path that your soul is saying, what your spirit is guiding you. You know, this is what you should be paying attention to and focusing for, no matter what is going on, no matter what is happening in your life. So I'm just going to see what is going to be your tarot card, my gorgeous Aries, as well. So your tarot, the Empress, like ooh la la. You see, it's an important stage. You will have the power. You will have a very strong intuition. Your balance is going to increase. You will open your eyes, and my Lord, Lord, you will be able to see things that you weren't able to see before. And that in itself is going to awaken you so beautifully, so nicely. I really like this, because you're going to find yourself like on the path where you will just want to nurture something so very special and something so very unique about yourself, something that makes you feel so good, but at the same time something that makes you feel alive again. I'm not saying that you didn't feel alive again, but it's going to be impossible to actually ignore this. Just pay attention to your intuition, because it's going to be mind-blowing. Pay attention to your third psychic eye. It's going to be like wide open, big mama, indeed. So there are going to be lots of moments that you're going to feel like a quite strong connection, you know. And when I mentioned before, like you know, those 3 specific days that you should be paying attention to, and those 3 days that you should be paying attention to, you need to understand that the power of your intuition is going to be like absolutely mind-blowing. There is a lot that you will realize through the power of your intuition, and this in itself is going to help you to see things that you didn't see before. So this is why this is going to be such an important stage, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. So your card is the Empress, very powerful in so many different ways. You're about to rediscover yourself again. Important, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous Taurus, my beautiful Taurinis. You know, you're going to feel like, oh my God, you're just going to feel like you had enough, basically. And you will know what this is, you know. It's enough of the negativity. It's enough of like a certain sadness. It's the realization of like you just don't want to like kind of give your energy so freely away. By realizing that you don't want to give your energy freely away, it means that you just kind of have to protect yourself and have to protect your energy in such a way where you just really have to most simply and most certainly realize which part of your life is draining your energy like a big mama, which part of your life is affecting you like there is no tomorrow. And it normally happens when we are focusing on the negativity so much. Yes, I know at the moment, at this very moment in time, you know, around us there is so much of a negative energy going, so of course that the people everywhere are rather confused and uncertain. So this is absolutely kind of natural, you know, to feel like this. But then we stumble upon the path in our life where we just can't take it anymore. You know, you just have to like kind of like, oh my Lord, you know, you just have to like kind of like really, it needs to come from you. You know, it needs to really most certainly and most importantly come from you. You know, that realization. So you need to see what has been draining your energy. You know, maybe you have been looking at something that is just making you feel so down, making you feel so negative. Try to avoid this and cut this out of your life as much as you possibly can, because this is exactly why you're going to be like, oh my Lord, you know, like I just want more out of life. I just you know, you will just want more out of life. You will just want to explore more, and this is really important. You know, you do have indeed 3 important big mama days. You know, you've got the 8th of February, you've got the 18th of February, and then you've got the 28th of February. You see, each 3 days are going to reveal an important information for you. An important, strong, powerful information for you, and it's pretty much so going to be connected to what, you know, you feeling the need to move on and wanting more out of life, indeed, which is brilliant, but then wanting more of what you're experiencing at the moment. But then at the same time, you know, these 3 days are going to make you realize exactly that you are going to find yourself on a very powerful, very unique, very significant spiritual quest. And I'm saying this powerful, unique and significant because you're going to feel the urge that you didn't feel a long time. You're going to feel the power and energy that you didn't feel in a long time. So this is why this is going to be so important, my gorgeous Taurinis, indeed. You're going to find yourself on a spiritual quest, and I love this so much. So, you know, 8th of February, 18th of February, and 28th of February, you know, this is the time when you will a lot is going to be answered to you, and each of these days it's going to highlight a certain past that you're going to be like, ooh la la, you're not going to be able to ignore. So most certainly this is going to become obvious to you. So it's all about choosing to make big life changes, and that in itself, it's also going to make you realize, you know, certain changes in priorities. This is very important to pay attention to as well, my gorgeous Taurinis, because what you're going to do and what is going to happen is like you're going to find this so beneficial, because you will not want any more of negativity, any more of like a little bit of a negative torture that you've been through. And I'm saying negative torture, it's only because, you know, this negative energy started to affect you. So now this is going to be a wonderful moment when you're going to feel rejuvenation that you didn't feel in a long time. So this is a really sacred moment in time. So when you feel like the need to move on, it's not only, oh yeah, I want to move on, blah, blah, blah. No, baby, no. When you feel the need to move on, at the same time, this is going to help your life so much more. This is going to make you feel so much better, because it's the pure direct reflection of what was happening in your life over the last 10 months. Any like negativity and sadness and uncertainty that you had, you will see that you're more stronger than that you're more powerful than that. So this is why this is so important, my gorgeous Taurinis. Let's just see what is going to be a tarot card for this reading. Now your tarot card, look, these two came out. Of course, my gorgeous Taurinis, oh my lordy lord, you see, this is it. Like, now try to ignore, like, if you feel challenged, please try to like, bye baby bye, you know, because yes, I'm not gonna lie to you, you know, you are gonna come across few challenging situations, and you need to understand to kind of try to win in such a way where you do not give your energy away. Don't let other people who don't mean anything to you to know how you feel, or to see you stressed about something or anything like that. Preserve your energy, keep your energy for yourself. You're gonna come across certain people who are like, oh my lord, too far gone in so many different ways when it comes to your way of thinking and their way of thinking, you know, so there's absolutely no point whatsoever. So it's almost like you're gonna be challenged by someone, and you will want to like, yeah, I want to like kind of have an argument, and I want to boom and point across. But no, baby, no. You just kind of like try to avoid that situation. There is absolutely no point. You need to accept the fact, you know, that people are different and people think in a different way. I'm not saying that you don't understand, but this is going to be absolutely obvious here when you come across this situation. This is important indeed. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous Gemini, my beautiful Geminini like you. Oh my lord, you are going to have a very powerful insights indeed. I like it, I like it. You know, this is important indeed, because I do have also the 4th of February, the 14th of February, and the 24th of February. These 3 days are going to be like a big mama days indeed, because you are gonna feel very powerful as soon as you start communicating, as soon as you start talking. Like, so much is going to come out of you, baby. And this is exactly why you need to make the most of these days. You know, this is important indeed. But also, on another hand, you know, you need to understand, my gorgeous Gemininis, that basically throughout month of February, you are going to have a very strong and powerful psychic connection within. And I really like that. So you also need to understand that what is going to happen on the 4th of February, 14th of February, and the 24th of February, please just pay attention, because you are going to have a mind-blowing insights, you know, that are going to come to you. The certain realizations are going to come to you, and it's going to be like, oh my god. And these realizations are so important, because they are going to be exactly what you need to do, where you should be heading, what you should be focusing on. These are your own insights that are going to be big mama moments, like all over the place indeed. So it's all about these big insights that you are going to have, and also these insights that you are going to have, it's just what you should be doing, but also it's like doing such a powerful and good and big and huge and massive enormous things in your life, that not only you're gonna benefit from this, but they're like people who are so much close to you, who are very important to you. You know, you're creating something and you're doing something, you're making something that not only this is going to change your life, you know, but this is also the start of something very important that is going to reflect on the people that are very much so closest to you. You know, your family, the family matter is also going to be an annoying family matter. It's also going to be resolved through this as well, and because you're gonna find this very rewarding later on. On another hand, when it comes to 4th, 14th and the 24th of February, this is important because it's not only about you having this absolutely wonderful wonderful, powerful ideas and insights, but it's at the same time about you realizing that you must allow yourself more time before making any decisions, because there is so much that you're going to realize throughout this month. So by the time you get to the end of February, it's like, oh my God, huge, massive part of your life, it's going to change purely because you've changed your way of thinking, because of the experiences that you've actually went through throughout this month. You just have to, you must allow yourself to be yourself, my gorgeous Gemininis. This is very important indeed. So now I'm just going to see what is going to be your tarot card, my gorgeous Geminini, and this is for the month of February 2022. Knight of Wands, like there you go, baby. Do you see this? Now the things are slowly and nicely and beautifully going to start moving on for you in the right direction, but you need to understand, you know, just slowly, just pay attention to everything around you. There is so much that you're going to realize throughout the actual month of February. So this is why it's important not to rush with anything. There is a lot that is going to come to you, a lot you're going to realize. You're going to become so much more wise. I'm not saying that you weren't wise, but you will see exactly what I mean. It's about the experience that you're going to have that is actually going to open your eyes, but it's also going to give you a very important sense of timing indeed. So the things are going to start moving on for you in a nice direction. It's the bravery, it's the excitement, it's the optimism that it's going to be driving you. So just pay attention to your subconscious mind. It's going to be communicating to you so much indeed. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Cancerini. Do you know what, my Cancerini? You need to understand, ooh la la, something is going to come to you, some kind of idea, my lordy lord, some kind of idea is going to come to you, okay? And that idea is really important, because that idea is going to bring you a brilliant success. And that idea is going to bring you a mind-blowing accomplishment. And when it comes to this idea, pay attention to the actual 2nd of February. Pay attention to the 12th of February. Pay attention to the 22nd of February. These days are going to be big mama days like there is no tomorrow. I hope you understand, because on these 3 days, you know, something very sacred is going to come to you. Something very sacred is going to happen to you. And I'm telling you, it's about you realizing what you should be doing. You know, this is going to bring you an amazing, mind-blowing accomplishment and success. Pay attention to the idea. Pay attention to what you fancy. Pay attention to what's calling you. This is pretty much so connected to your own spirituality. It's connected to who you are. It's connected to your own call. When that happens, you become so strong and powerful, and you realize your own existence is way more strong and powerful than you could possibly imagine. So these 3 days are going to give you the actual clue, you know, what path you're going to find yourself on. See what's like kind of like really attractive to you on these days, you know, see what's like kind of calling you, what you feel attracted to, because that is going to bring you an amazing, mind-blowing accomplishment of your life. And it's also going to be connected to an important spiritual enlightenment as well, because it's going to help you to do what you want to do. It's going to help you to express yourself. It's going to make you feel so proud of yourself as well. And also on another hand, my lord, it's all about the determination that you are going to have, initiative, and this in itself is going to bring you strength, my gorgeous Cancerinis. This is important. So you will know by the actual feeling how this is going to feel. It's going to increase the activity within, and that is going to make you feel more powerful. But also just remember that this is your road to success. So just like keep going, following your intuition, but also follow that deep emotional feeling that you're going to have, because you're going to find yourself on the spiritual quest, and this is going to be absolutely brilliant. Wanting more out of life at this moment in time, it's like, ooh la la, baby, exactly what you should be doing. So now you see this just flicked. You see that one, this little baby here, it just flicked out. So it's, gosh, 3 of coins. Now we are talking, you see. So this just goes so wonderfully with what I've actually said. So it's all about communicating, talking, kind of like expressing your ideas, expressing your opinions, you know, like a kind of like try to open up yourself as much as you possibly can with the people who mean to you so much, because through people who mean to you so much, there is a lot that you can understand. On one hand, there is some kind of idea that you're going to get through people who really know you really well, but on another hand, this is also very important for you to understand that the part of your little job here is also to try to involve like people around you as much as you possibly can, because you're in for something rather big indeed. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Leone, my gorgeous Leos. You know, like, oh my God, now we are talking. You are about to get that ball rolling like there is no tomorrow, my gorgeous Leones, indeed. In fact, pay attention to the actual 1st of February, pay attention to the 11th of February, and pay attention to the 21st of February. These 3 days are going to give you an important clue. These 3 days are going to open your eyes, you know, because it's on one hand you will have a very strong and powerful confirmation, but on another hand it's just going to give you a very strong and powerful clue what exactly you should be bringing into your life. But exactly, it's to do also with something that you've started not that long ago. It's only at the beginning stages. You started to do something differently, or you started like some kind of path that hasn't been on for a long time, and this path is going to really change your life forever, my gorgeous Leones. This is very important. You're in for something really big. You're in for something really brilliant, and these 3 days are specifically going to show you exactly that you are on the right path, because for the little bit of worries that you had that caused a little bit of negativity over the last 2 or 3 months affected your way of planning and way of thinking. So now it is time for this to be clear. This is very important, and I will repeat this, my gorgeous Leones. Not that long ago you have started something important. Maybe you were just thinking about it, what you're going to start so intensely, so now this is going to manifest, or you've just literally started, you just literally begun. These 3 days are going to be absolutely mind-blowing also in so many different ways, because at the same time it's just like you will learn something so important that you need. You know, all these 3 days are going to bring you the learning experience, very important learning experience you will have within these 3 days. On these 3 days, you will have an important, mind-blowing, very powerful, very significant, very strong a learning experience. On one hand, you will know that you're on the right path. You're going to feel so good. But on another hand, you're going to learn something more. And this, what more that you're going to learn is just pretty much so going to be playing an important role within the next few months, you know, in this few next months to come. This is going to be playing an important role, because it is just also going to give you and pinpoint the specific part of your life that you should be paying attention to and somehow incorporate with things that you're doing right now. This is going to be mind-blowing moment in time, but also as well, you know, it's about you being very wise. It's about you doing something so important when it comes to the actual things that you have learned so far, and this goes way deeper and way more complex, because what you have learned over the last 36 months, it's also going to be kind of like a pretty much a part of everything, because what you have learned over the last 36 months, there are certain things that happen, there are certain things that you don't want to kind of be part of, and there are certain things that you want to avoid. Now this is also going to be your answer, because you know, at the time when you felt so restrained, too frequently restrained, this is going to pretty much so spiritually, beautifully, nicely set you free as well. So that negative energy that was like kind of holding you down is just going to literally disappear by the end of the month of February comes to an end. So you can expect much lighter energy. You can expect being really happy with yourself. You can expect being really optimistic, but also at the same time, it's all the direct result of things that you have been working on. So now this is going to go on the next stage, and it's also pinpoint towards the new directions in life as well. I'm just going to see what is going to be your tarot card. My gorgeous Leones, your tarot card is ooh la la, my gorgeous Leones. You see, you are going through massive huge changes. You are going through one of the biggest transformations of your life. Your life is about to have such a big flip-flop, spiritual flip-flop moment, you know, in the best possible way. When I say spiritual flip-flop, that means that the things that were down, they will be up. Things that were negative, they will be positive. Thank God that, you know, there is a specific part of your life that just drained so much of your energy energy and made you feel so dark and made you feel so negative. So you're going to remove yourself from that life. So this is all about your own transformation, but also at the same time realizing that your life is changing. And if you didn't start anything new or anything like that, trust me that the February is going to be a big mama month when it comes to the actual whole month of February, when it comes to you starting something new. Yeah, okay, because it is pretty much so going to reflect on you in such an important and powerful way. It's exactly what needs to be happening in your life. This is the time of transformation indeed. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Virgo. Okay, my gorgeous Virgolini. This is for the month of February 2022, and it's the specific points that you should be actually paying attention to. You need to understand that the month of February, it's going to help you realize how powerful you are. The month of February is going to realize how unique you are. The month of February is going to make you realize how gifted you are. Every single one of us is gifted in a different ways. I said this so many times, and it is rather important to remember. And sometimes people, unfortunately, sadly, keep on putting themselves down for such a long time, and sadly, and this can be so many reasons why people can do this. And when people do this, you know, people just kind of find themselves pretty much so being rather disorientated, because you know, you need to give a credit to yourself. You need to remember how powerful you are. You're very unique, you're different, you're very psychic, but also at the same time you have this power. Once you set your mind on something, you're just not going to be kind of like you're not going to chill out. You're not going to be in your own peace until you achieve what you want. These are all very powerful and very sacred gifts that you have. Specifically, my gorgeous Virgolini, look. When it comes to the 7th of February, when it comes to the 17th of February, and when it comes to the 27th of February, these 3 days are going to be absolutely key days, because all these 3 days are going to bring you very important emotional experiences. Very important emotional experiences are going to, at the same time, going to help you to come back home to yourself, because they're going to touch such a very, very sensitive and very unique part of your spirit, very sensitive and unique part of your soul, very sensitive and unique part of yourself. It will show you exactly, you will realize, you know, like the power of this uniqueness, and you will also realize the way out of the situation in these days is by you taking your life on the next stage, you know, taking your life on the next step. And this all depends where you are right now, what you are focusing on right now, and also at the same time it's all about that determination that you're going to feel as well. A very, very powerful determination. It's also pretty much so gonna kind of like a pinpoint, you know, and the realization that, you know, the obstacle that you have been facing so far, the answer to the obstacle that you have been facing so far, where you felt like your hands are tied at the back, where you also felt like you were way too frequently like kind of restrained, you know, and things like that. There is such an important message that you will have, realization that the power is within you, and that in itself is going to resolve in you pretty much so feeling so beautifully like kind of excited. By the same time, you will realize how powerful you are. Not only by the end of February, huge, massive, annoying obstacle is going to come to an end, but also at the same time, you know, you will kind of realize that, you know, someone was basically not really who they claim that they are around you. Somebody who you were like kind of maybe focusing on, and somebody, you know, is just basically just going to become aware of somebody who is not really who they claim that they are. And that in itself, it's really going to kind of surprise you. But then at the same time, you know, it's just going to play an important part when it comes to you just pretty much so making an important decision important when it comes to your life, you know, the things that have been delayed in your life, purely because you will realize that you are part of the really much bigger picture. And in order to kind of like see bits and pieces that you kind of didn't see before, this spirituality, this is when it's actually going to kick in, because you are going to have this power to see things that you haven't seen before. And this person that you're going to become aware of that I absolutely don't like, it's also going to be playing an important role, because in itself this is pretty much so going to kind of like really, it's going to make you even more keen, and it's going to make you even more eager to kind of like just carry on with your own path, no matter what's happening around you, no matter what's going on, no matter what you have been told, no matter what you have done so far. This time is so important, my gorgeous Virgolini, when it comes to your inner passion, when it comes to your next step, when it comes to you allowing yourself to kind of like pretty much so follow your passion. The more you follow your passion, the more you are going to be able to pretty much so, the more powerful you're going to be. But also at the same time, the 7th, the 27th, the 7th, the 17th of February and the 27th of February, you know, all these 3 days, they're going to bring you 3 different things, 3 important different things that are missing in your life, but it's specifically to do with the path that you're on right now. Whatever you are doing, whatever you're focusing on, these 3 days are going to bring you an important information. And that information is going to make you realize what is exactly missing in your life. There are going to be 3 different things. This is very important, because pretty much so, you know, it is going to be like a quite powerful, like a spiritual experience that you are going to have. But by the time you get to the last, you know, to the last couple of days in February 2022, this is going to help you to make such a mind-blowing decision. And you're still going to be kind of uncertain how you're going to get there, how you're going to do this, because it's going to happen within the next few months. July 2022 is going to be big, but then again, at the same time, it's all about following that your own inner essence, because that your own inner essence is not going to lead you astray, indeed. So this is pretty much a very important time for you, my gorgeous Virgolini. Let me just see what is going to be your you know, it's fantastic. Just pay attention to these 3 days. The 7th, the 17th, and the 27th. The 3 days are going to reveal what is missing in your life. It's going to be very, very interesting indeed. It's going to awaken the part of you that was sleeping for way too long. Okay, and that wasn't your fault that you were sleeping for way too long. It doesn't really matter. The point is to awake. The point is to get back to yourself. The point is to get back to your life, to come home to yourself, to your spirit. And once you do this, oh my God, nothing is going to mess anything in your life again. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Virgolini, I'm just going to see what is going to be your tarot card. You see, 10 of Wands, you know, do you see what I mean? So this is basically, this is so good, because you've been through so much, you've suffered so much. You were like you were like a little bit negative and a little bit sad, you know, your energy was drained, and you've just kind of lost that spark when it comes to your life, you know. You've been just like doing things, you've been like trying to do as much as you possibly can. You were holding so much on your back, bless your heart. I think along the way you've lost yourself just tiny little bit. That doesn't matter. You lost yourself, you're just tiny little bit, you know, and you must come home to yourself, and you must realize the spirit is calling, my baby. Okay, so this is the time to come back home to yourself. What you're gonna feel this month, you haven't felt in a long time, but the bottom line is that you have been through so much. In fact, you've been through too much, so selflessly, selfless. No, you know, when you're not selfish, you know, you weren't selfish like whatsoever. I'm not that you're selfish, but you were just giving so much, you know, to other people. And karmically, this is a big moment because your reward is coming now. You've been thinking about other people a lot. You've been helping other people a lot, maybe without even realizing. So now this is your time to shine. You had so much on your back, and it was heavy and it was dark, bless your heart. So now that is coming to an end. Now it's time to chill out, take a little break. By the same time, you need to understand that this stage, this period is also marking the end of like you just dragging along and not feeling the full vibration and the full energy. So this is an important time, you see, of a completion. Okay, very, very important indeed. You know, the time where you just like you were slowed down so much is coming to an end, and this is going to affect you so much. A lot of ideas and you're going to have, and your vibration is going to increase, and that in itself is going to be like, ooh la la. You will just know most simply and most certainly what to do. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Libra. My gorgeous Libra. For those of you who've never watched me before, Libra, it's obviously Libra. My gorgeous Libra. See my little scale. Okay, so my gorgeous Libra, you see, so now you have got, okay, I really like this. This is, you know, this month it's also going to bring at the end of a very situation, you know, very, very difficult situation, the end of a situation that is going to bring you so much relief into your life. And I like this so much. And you also need to pay attention to in particular. So this month of February, it's going to bring you the end of the situation in your life that drains so much of your energy like there is no tomorrow. And you will not even realize how much was your energy actually drained until you get to that point, until you get that moment in time. So because you were like kind of like a very clever, not that long ago, like a little kitty, you know, within the last 7 months you're very, very clever. So this is like a pretty much so the direct result of karmically you being really clever. So this is a bit of a reward that you're having here. But the bottom line is that this is going to bring you the end of the situation that is just going to bring you so much relief. And then at the same time, you know, you're going to feel a weight off your shoulders as well. But then that's absolutely brilliant because it's going to mark the end of the part of your life that was just like kind of not only draining your energy, but it confused you, and that confusion have caused too much havoc, you know, in your life. So, and it affected your passion. So now your passion is about to return, your passion is about to come back. So, and that's why I really like this, my gorgeous Libra. And also when it comes to the actual 1st of February, 11th of February, and 21st of February, 11th of February, and the 21st of February. These are the 3 days that you will pretty much, so you need to have your gorgeous eyes open, because these 3 days are going to bring you opportunity for happiness. 3 different days, 3 different opportunities. And even if you see this reading after the 1st of February, it doesn't really matter. You will remember what happened on the 1st. So you see it, let's say on 7th or 8th or something, and then you just like kind of will remember what was happening on the 1st of February anyway. So you will see exactly what I mean. So these 3 days are the actual key dates when it comes to the opportunities for happiness. And this is going to be absolutely brilliant because you're going to become captive to your own kind of ideas, but you will like this so much. It's about the ideas, it's about the realization, it's about a rather vavavomish moment in time, because this is going to set you spiritually free in so many different ways. But it's exactly what you should be paying attention or what you should be doing at this time of your life. This is a very important time indeed. And also, you know, someone is just going to also just kind of like a completely out of this, you know, someone is going to need your help as well. Someone is just like kind of being like pretty much so misled quite a lot about something quite unusual, and over the last 5 months somebody in your life also has been like kind of struggling so much, you know, like, but maybe they're not saying, they're not coming out to you. So try to kind of see who this is and try to like kind of bring a bit more meaning into their life, because they need a little bit of a powerful vibration. They need a little bit of positive energy, which is at the same time going to create healing as well. So if you kind of can see who this is, it would be absolutely brilliant, you know. You're gonna have a really beautiful reward later on at around March and April time, you know, because it's happening at such a specific time, and because, you know, if you act unselfishly, you are going to, not like unselfishly, if you act like you know, if you need someone who unselfishly, I mean, like if you act like, you know, if you realize that someone needs your help, or someone is a little bit lost, you know, just try to like kind of help them out. Or if you notice that someone is not acting right around you, you know, try to talk to them as well. So this is gonna reward you really nicely spiritually, so it's important indeed. So now I'm just gonna see what is going to be a tarot card, my gorgeous Libra. King of Wands, ooh la la, here we go. So basically, you see, now it's the time for you're gonna start moving on with your life, but at the same time, I really like this, because almost like from the 1st of February, you are gonna like enter like a completely different dimension. And I'm saying this because this is gonna last right until the end of February. The energy is going to be very intense when it comes to you seeing things that you didn't see before, realizing things that you didn't realize before. This is important because, you know, what you didn't understand, you're going to understand this month as well. And this is very kind of like a special time of your life, because by the time you get to the last week of February, there is a certain decision that you will be making, and this is going to affect your decision in the best possible way, because things that you will be through, things that you will see, things that you will become aware of, you know, this month is going to change your months. It's going to, well, change your months. It's going to change your mind a little bit when it comes to the certain decisions. So this is very important indeed. But most certainly, your life, it's about to start moving on. You will have a very special power. Use it wisely when it comes to the next step of your life. When it comes to communication, when it comes to talking, when it comes to expressing yourself, you know, make the most of it. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Scorpione. My gorgeous Scorpio, I love you so much, because you know what, like for example, like you are probably one of the strongest signs here when it comes to like feeling this particular intuition. Things are going to be all around the place in so many different ways. Like you are most certainly going to make the most of it when it comes to you finding yourself in a rather unusual dimension. And rather unusual dimension is going to last throughout the months of February, but you're going to like that because you're Scorpione. So every single time when there is like a bit of an unusual energy, you're going to get so much out of it. You know, you need to understand, like you wake up in the morning and it's like a really bizarre energy and things like that. You know, you also need to understand that this is going to bring a very sacred essence out of you. That essence that is going to be brought out of you, it's also going to make you to face the specific part of your life that what was happening over the last 11 years. The specific part of your life, it's also going to pinpoint this very strong part of you that it's missing, that you need to say hello darling and bring him back into this existing moment. But that in itself is going to create a problem, like in itself, and that problem in itself is going to create that particular obstacle. But then at the same time, this is going to get you thinking, this is going to get you going, this is going to remind you of this very special period of your life, how things used to be. But it's also going to remind you of your own power, how powerful you are, and how strong you are, and how unique you are, and how like kind of like special you are in so many different ways when it comes to dominating your own energy, when it comes to manipulating your own energy, because this is exactly what is going to be happening here. There is a lot that you're going to understand subconsciously, but then at the same time, you know, it's just like all about you just making sure that you stay on your path and doing things in the way that you want to do, you see. So do not kind of let your energy to be taken away from you. So this is very important indeed. And also on another hand, you have got my gorgeous Scorpione. especially, you know, your intuition is going to be very strong. And also, my God, let go of your fears. This is so important. Let go of your fears, because you are going to have unnecessary worry. And the only reason why you're going to have unnecessary worry is because you're going to be aware of these different dimensions. So everything is going to be strange, and this is going to make you feel like to think in a slightly different way. But you need to enjoy this energy, you need to enjoy this vibration. And I will tell you why. Because I said that when you feel this bizarre energy, there is a lot psychically that you are going to be understanding a lot. You will see what you didn't see. So this in itself, it's going to be a big mama indeed. But then on another hand, the 5th of February, the 15th of February, and the 25th of February, these 3 days, okay, are going to bring you important revelations, okay, and important signs and important revelations. So just remember, the 5th of February, the 15th of February, and the 25th of February, these 3 days are going to bring you important revelations. They are going to bring you also important signs. Okay, so this is so important, my gorgeous Scorpioni, because these realizations and signs that you are going to, and these revelations that you are going to have, are going to make so much clear for you. On one hand, they will confirm. These confirmations are gonna be heavy mamas, you know. These confirmations are gonna be so heavy with things that you already know, with the things that you have been already aware of. And it's just pretty much so. It's not only about the actual revelations. No, baby, no. It's not only about revelations in these 3 days. You know what I find rather delicious here? It's about the adventures. These 3 days, it's not only about revelations. It's not only about the actual signs, but it's also at the same time about the you know, enthusiasm that you are going to feel at the same time. And also, you know, it's going to make you to kind of face the certain stage of your life, the certain path that is going to bring you like, oh my God, so many possibilities later on, but you're not going to realize that straight away. So these 3 days are also going to reveal a path, certain path for you that you should be on. And you will know what this is because you're going to feel rather adventurous around it. So it's connected to an adventure. It's connected to you exploring. It's connected to you coming out of yourself. It's connected to you staying true to yourself. And it's connected to you being through with yourself. But at the same time, it's just going to basically going to make you feel very enthusiastic, and your enthusiasm is going to be an answer in itself. But it's about the initiative. You know, the new path. These 3 days are going to bring a new path with unlimited possibilities that you're not going to be able to tell straight away then and there. But most certainly, pay attention to signs. Pay attention to how you feel. Pay attention to synchronicity. And also, if you see the number 555, like keep on repeating throughout the actual months of February. Whenever you see number 555, 55, 5,055,000, you know, whenever you see these numbers repeating at the same time, this is making a very strong statement that very interesting part of your life is gonna manifest at around that time, not that long after that moment in time, but it's going to require from you to explore the specific stage. And I really like it. You need to do this, you know, you need to do this, because this exploration that you're gonna find yourself, it's also going to make you realize that you don't want to make a wrong choice. It's going to help you realize, it's going to make you so much more wiser, so you don't make the wrong choice. This is all going to be clear for you, my gorgeous Scorpioni, indeed. So now I'm just going to see what is going to be a tarot card for this reading. Okay, so now the tarot cards are all around the place. And the moon is the only light. And the moon is the only light. And the moon is the only light. We will see. Now look at this. When the night has come, and the land is dark. Sorry. And the moon is the only light. And the moon is the only light. And the moon is the only light. We will see. Now, my gorgeous Scorpioni, sorry. When the night. So now basically, sorry. What is happening to me? What is happening to me? Oh my God. Do you know what? I like these tarot cards are basically trying to let me know at the same time that, you know, things are going to be living upside down, like all around the place. February is going to be more busy than you could possibly imagine, okay? But anyway, so now my gorgeous Scorpioni, I'm just going to see what is going to be a tarot card. Oh la la! And the moon is the only light, and the moon is the only light, and the moon is the only light. And we will see when the night has come. My gorgeous Scorpione, you see this, like talk, express yourself, be you. This life is too short, big mama. This life is too short. We're here like 5 minutes and then we move on. My Lord, like express yourself, do what you want to do, talk, communicate, socialize. This is a very important month when it comes to your own socialization as well. There is someone very special who is about to walk into your life. But on another hand, you know, you need to understand that communication is important. You expressing yourself is more important this month than ever, my gorgeous Scorpioni, indeed, because you are in for something really significant. And just remember that you're going to need to involve other people as well. And what you're doing now, what you're going through right now, by the time the end of February happens, you know, you will have such a huge achievement. And the achievement that you are going to have, it's pretty much so going to reflect on everybody who is so close to you. So you are creating something really good at the same time. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Sagittarius, my gorgeous Sagittarini. So what do you have here? Oh, okay, so now you are, sorry, you're going to find yourself like being like a little fire, my gorgeous Sagittarini. You're going to find yourself being very fiery, rather fiery, when it comes to your own passion. And the moon is the only light, and the moon is the only light, and the moon is the only light. We will see when the night, my gorgeous Sagittarini, I like this. You see this energy, it's like, and the moon is the only light. This is so good, my gorgeous Sagittarini, because you are going to feel a very powerful fire, a strong passion. Everything you will be doing this month is going to be multiplying when it comes to the universe, when it comes to you having a strong vibration and strong energy. Make the most of it. Don't argue with people. Don't talk down to people. I'm not saying, please don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you're talking down on people, but I'm just saying that you will be challenged a little bit, and then these people that you're going to be challenged with by are just going to like kind of, oh my God, they're going to like kind of wind you up. And that's why I'm saying, like, just try to stay on top of things. Don't let people who don't like know anything about you personally, or don't let people who don't mean anything to you like to kind of affect you in any way. So just try to like kind of like preserve your energy, so you know that you will be challenged a little bit, but it's all about people who think completely differently to you. So there is absolutely no point to kind of like argue or anything like that. So the best way to go over this situation is just to basically not even make them feel how you actually feel it. You know what I mean? So this is something that I need you to remember. Preserve your energy and vibration for yourself. Whatever you're focusing on, whether you're retired or whether you're not working, or whether you're looking for work or whether you're working, this is pretty much so to do with your ambition. is to do with your power. You will have a mind-blowing big mama chance to actually take this on the level number 3257. Very important indeed. It's all about the enthusiasm and optimism and feeling very, very kind of like creative. On another hand, you know, what you need to understand is just basically that you are, on one hand, going to have a very, very exciting news, you know, when it comes to like a really exciting opportunities, you know, in your life. But then at the same time, you need to allow your creativity to soar, basically. You know, what do things that are kind of making you feel really good, and do things that you feel so passionate about. On another hand, you have got 3 very important days that I need you to pay attention to. These days are going to be the 4th of February, the 14th of February, and the 24th of February 2022. These 3 days are pretty much so going to bring you 3 important opportunities in your life, but you will not realize that these are opportunities just yet. At the moment, they will show themselves as the actual something that you're very passionate about. This is very important stage for you to understand, because it's not going to kind of be obvious, like do you know what I mean? So this is something that you need to already be aware of. So at the same time, this is going to start the process of transition and change, you know, and it's most certainly going to kind of, on one hand, help you out with the part of your life that make you feel so bored, that it makes you feel so negative, and makes you feel so sad. But you know, it's going to help you with an abandonment of that part of your life. But you just have to stay true to yourself. You just have to really pretty much so carry on doing what you're doing. Carry on paying attention to your passion. This is important. Don't let your spirit to kind of like you know, like wilt. You know what I mean? Don't let spirit, don't let your energy to be stolen away from you. And in order to preserve your own energy, you strictly do things that you feel passionate about. Please, this is so important. You have no idea how important this is, because the last couple of days of February 2022, it's all going to reveal to you the actual rebirth that you are going through. You're going through the regeneration and rebirth that is going to be absolutely obvious by the last 2 days of February 2022. But all you need to do it when it comes to these 3 days, to pay attention to this passion that I'm talking about, something that is pretty much so going to kind of like make you feel like a really kind of creative at the same time, and it's like it's going to be like kind of something that you're so passionate about, something that you feel so strongly about. 3 different things on 3 different days. Please do this, because this is going to help you to make one of the best adjustments, or one of the most important adjustments of your life. But also it's to do with like a bit of a readjustment. But before that happens, there is going to be a bit of a sacrifice that you're going to need to make. But the sacrifice, it's only going to come in a form of you realizing a different part of your life requiring more of your energy. So this, my gorgeous Sagittarini, most certainly you need to make the most of it. So now I'm just going to see what is going to be a tarot card. Okay. Oh my gosh, Knight of Wands. Well, there we go. So now, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you know, this is the start. This is the beginning when things are going to start changing nicely for you. And it is just slowly, you know, just understand that the most important things now, the most important thing now is that the things are going to start moving. And also at the same time, pay attention to the little progress, something that you have been working on. And there is going to be quite an important message about the progress, you know, of what you have been working on, the specific part of your life that you wanted to achieve, something that you put so much energy to. So now there is going to be very important message that, you know, the things are going to kind of start like going on the next level. And this is when everything is going to start becoming really, really interesting, because almost immediately you're going to become aware of things that you haven't become aware of before. So this is going to bring the nurturing you out of yourself, out of your soul, out of your spirit, and the path it's going to be shown, and you will know exactly, you know, which path to find yourself on. No matter what is going on, no matter what is happening, this needs to come from you. Okay, it's important. You're going to have a sacred gift to see things that you didn't see before. Make the most of it. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Capricorn. My gorgeous Capricornius, this is for February 2022. So now basically, you need to understand this is an important time to manage your resources really, really wisely. This is more important than ever, okay? So you kind of need to be aware of the fact that there are going to be a lot throughout this month that it's maybe going to kind of manifest around you or happen around you, and you will want to kind of be part of, and it's just like kind of like it's to do with your finances and things like that. You just need to pretty much so really kind of manage your resources really wisely. This is really important. But what I really, really like, it's not only about managing your resources, but it's about you doing something really big, something really important, something quite significant. You're going to make one of the smartest decisions, the fact that you need to manage your resources wisely, this is going to become evident within the next 2 months. By the actual April 2022, this is going to become absolutely obvious. Now, nothing bad or negative is going to happen, but it's all going to make sense. So you need to understand this. But what I really like, my gorgeous Capricornius, and what is really, really exciting is like one of the best decisions of your life. You're gonna make a very, very smart decision. The smart decision that you are going to make, the clue, it's going to be on the 4th of February, 14th of February and the 24th of February. These 3 days are going to be the key dates. You will know what you didn't know. You will be aware what you weren't aware of before. You will see what you didn't see before. A lot of like, ooh la la, confirmations, but at the same time, my God, the realization that is going to make your spirit so light. And that lightness you haven't felt in a long time, because it's the pure essence of yours. It's to do with your passion, but it's also to do with realization how powerful you actually are. This game to win is to stay on top of it. The way to stay on top of it is that no matter how dark is out there, you have to keep going. Do not give in, no matter what. Okay, and also at the same time, so these 3 days are going to be the key dates. Okay, this is very important indeed. You will have a hint, you will know what a smart decision is that I'm actually talking about, because that super smart decision that I'm talking about needs to come from you, and it is going to come from you. Okay, you just have to be honest with yourself. But this in itself, it's going to be pretty much so all evident within the last 3 days in February. This is absolutely brilliant. And also, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. It's the 4th, the 14th, and the 24th of February. You're also going to have signs, very important signs, to be patient with a specific part of your life. But it's also going to bring you signs, that you need to pay attention to the certain management in your life. The certain adjustment, it's going to become obvious. You're also going to become aware of the specific adjustment that you need to make. And that in itself is going to happen at around the time on these 3 specific dates when somebody who's very influential in your life, some really good and brilliant influence, is also going to be like kind of like a really nicely slide. It's going to nicely slide into your life at the right moment in time, so you will kind of know what to do. And also at the same time, there is a lot going to happen on these 3 days, on the 4th, 14th and 24th. It's about the omens, it's about the signs that you are going to have as well. The signs that you're going to have, they're going to be very unique, very unusual, very different, very bizarre, but you will know that they are your signs, because you will feel this in your soul. You will not even going to be able to explain this, but my Lord, important indeed. So now, my gorgeous Capricornius, I'm just going to see what is going to be a tarot card. And the moon is the... Oh la la! There we go, this little bitch is upside down. This little bitch is upside down. I'm saying this. I shouldn't say this. Sorry. Okay, you see this. This is brilliant. So this is basically about you just moving on. And it's about you just, you know, pretty much so realizing that a certain part of your life that was draining so much of your energy, it's coming to an end. And the way this is going to happen is going to be really bizarre and really strange, because that is only going to happen after you make this certain decision. And that decision that you will make is just pretty much so to do with the continuation, no matter what. Even if you're told by 5 million people, oh no, don't go this way, don't go that way. No, these are things that they just need to come from you, pretty much so. So it's to do with the continuation of your life that just caused you so much grief, that caused you so much negativity, that made you feel really sad, and it made you feel really negative. It made you feel really heartbroken. The bottom line is the healing. The healing is coming into your life. That's the bottom line here. You need this healing, okay? You are the one who needs to heal yourself. You are the one who will heal yourself. That's exactly what is going to happen this month, my gorgeous Capricornians. This is very important indeed. You are about to heal yourself. You will have a miraculous healing power, okay? Make the most of it, okay? So now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Aquarius. Oh no, I'm joking. My Aquamarini, my gorgeous Aquarius, you know, there is a lot going to be going on this month. I'm not going to like, my God, there is a lot going to be going on. And listen, there is a lot going to be going on. It's just going to be like a little bit stressed. Don't attack me. No, it's a lot going to be going on. There is a lot that you will realize. There is a lot that you're going to become aware of. There is a lot that you're going to have your eyes open towards, and you're not going to be able to believe what you're going to become aware of. You're not going to be able to believe what you're going to realize. It's just going to be mind-blowing. You're just going to go deeper and deeper and deeper. And this is nothing to do with your life necessarily, but it's to do with the bigger picture. But then again, you know, it's to do with the truth, and it's to do with like you coming home to yourself. It's to do with your own spiritual awakening. But a spiritual awakening and enlightening and all that, you know, it's not always like pink, purple and blue, you know. It's like pretty much so, oh my God, you realize so much. You will have such a crazy, not crazy, but you're going to have such a powerful, wise stage of your life, because what you're going to realize is going to make you question things. Once you start questioning things, you will want to know more. Once you want to know more, that is going to take you to 10 different paths ahead of you. And each path is going to make you realize something new. Each path is going to make you realize like something special. And each path is going to make you realize how powerful you are. And each path is going to make you realize how wise you are. Each path is going to make you realize that you were right all along. But at the same time, you know, it's all about you becoming aware of something so huge that is slowly but surely going to start changing every single opinion that you had in your life about absolutely everything. So this is going to bring thousands of years old you coming out of yourself. All of us are very, very old spirits. It's our spirits who we are, not our body. The body we use, okay, need to be nice to your body, of course. This body is what we use, but it's our spirit who we are. So this is what I'm talking about. So you already know the answer. Very important answer. And this is why I said, you know, a lot is going to be going on, but you know what? There are going to be quite a few important opportunities that you're going to have as well. So a lot is going to be going on, but it's a lot about people who just have a completely different opinion to you. Like, for example, so when you come across people who are like kind of confrontational and things like that, no, baby, no, don't even waste your energy. There's no point to waste your energy on people who don't mean anything to you and you're trying to prove your point, because there are going to be quite a few of them like along the line indeed. But the bottom, so, you know, you just need to remember to actually What I really like here is the 8th of February 2022, 18th of February 2022, and the 28th of February 2022. Like, these 3 days are gonna be like big mama days, like there is no tomorrow. Like, you know what you want to know now? Sorry, do you want to know why? Okay, there are going to be some unexpected events that are going to take place, and I really like these unexpected events, because these unexpected events are also going to bring you an answer. They're going to bring you a spiritual key, and at the same time they're going to start the process of rapid changes, and you're gonna like this. 3 special days, 3 unique days, 3 special answers, 3 special gifts you're going to have. The gift of vision is going to take over. You will see what you didn't see. You will know what you didn't know. And that in itself is going to be a big mama moment, because, you know, it is just about the actual unexpected events that are going to bring rapid changes in your life. But these are going to be good changes, good rapid events, good opportunities, good little spiritual shortcuts that I'm talking about. You're going to have a little flavor of what you've been actually working on and trying to achieve, and that is also going to be playing an important role within this energy of feeling so inspired, because it just kind of multiplies this powerful vibration. So when I say that on the 8th, 18th and the 28th of February you are going to have unexpected events and rapid changes, this is going to be absolutely brilliant, because it is going to help you to remove yourself from the difficulties and the overburdened feeling that you felt for a while, you know, excessive pressures that you felt over the last 10 to 11 months, you know, and it's most certainly going to start resolving problems. You know, this is to do with the specific goals, but at the same time doing the right thing. This is brilliant. It's pretty much so to do with who you are, what your job on this earth is, but also staying true to yourself and realizing that sometimes you just have to swim against the current. The more you swim against the currents, the sooner you are going to get to the point that you should get in your life, that you are right now heading to. This is big. All these 3 days are going to bring you 3 different opportunities. I really like it. These 3 opportunities are going to become directions. These 3 directions are going to change your life. These 3 directions are going to keep you going. These 3 directions are going to rejuvenate you. Important indeed. So now I'm just going to see what is going to be a tarot card, my gorgeous Aquamarini. What is going to be a tarot card? And the moon is the only light, and the moon is the only light, and the moon is the only light. We will see when the night has come. My gorgeous Aquamarini, sorry, your tarot card is... And the land is dark. Look at this. This is brilliant. Look how good is this. You see, it's this is on one hand, it's marking the end of the stage, of the period of your life that it just drains so much of your energy. And I like this. This is marking the end of the stage in your life that was affecting your personal finances, that was affecting your success, that was affecting your planning, that was affecting your present moment, and that was affecting your future. On another hand, this is brilliant, because at the time when you become aware of the success, pretty much so with things that you have been working on and doing and trying to make and trying to create, you know, there will be a very important message that you will have, an accomplishment, and it's going to happen at the right moment, at the right time. It's all about your own personal success, but then at the same time knowing what the next step step is going to be by the end of February 2022, purely because, you know, you did the right thing. So you will become aware of this, most certainly, most importantly. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Pisces. So my gorgeous Pisces, this is for February 2022. What you should be paying attention to. It's important, it's important, it's important. My gorgeous Pisces, let me tell you this, this is important. Listen, Linda. No, listen, it's the 4th of February 2000. Okay, let me just tell you first. Look, no, I'll tell you like this. Sorry. Little conversation with myself. You can't go wrong, can you? No. So now, basically, my gorgeous Pisces is the 4th of February, 14th of February, oh, Valentine, and the 24th of February. So it's the 4th of February, 14th of February, happy Valentine's Day, and the 24th of February. These 3 days, I need you to have your eyes wide open. Yeah, take a matches, you know, put one match here and one match here, and I'm joking. Have your eyes wide open. This is so tricky, and it's a little bit complex, it's a little bit strange, it's a little bit bizarre, but it's very important for you to understand this. Pisces on the 4th, 14th, and the 24th of February, these 3 days, each day is going to bring you a new opportunity. Each day it's going to bring you very important opportunities that you need to become aware of. So it's the 4th, 14th and the 24th of February. The reason why I said this 11 million times is because this is when things become really complex. 3 different opportunities that you need to understand, that you need to pay attention to, that are pretty much so the part of the very sacred part of your life. But the problem is that there is a lot going to be going on, and it's just a little challenge that you're going to have to go over. And the little challenge is to keep your calm, because you may be challenged by certain people. These people don't mean anything to you, so preserve your energy. It's about people having such a different opinions to you, and you're so far gone from each other having opinions, so it doesn't really matter. Just keep your opinions to yourself. Preserve your energy, because these people don't mean anything to you, so there is no point to waste your energy. But the bottom line is that there is a lot going to be going on these 3 days, so you must remember to not to fail to recognize, like, seriously magical opportunities that I'm talking about. All these three opportunities are going to be different, and they're going to turn into a magical part of your life. But it's going to be so easy, like, oh no, to miss. You know, try to at least get one. No, you know, it's just basically, it's like it's like you got 3 chances, 3 options, 3 opportunities, and even if you're like kind of like, please don't get like all down or negative, oh my god, what if I miss them? It doesn't really matter. They will pop up at some moment in time. Again, it's not something that it's not going to bounce back when the time is right, so don't worry about it, please. But now what you need to understand, to pay attention to the 4th, 14th and the 24th of February 2022, because there is going to be the magical opportunity like right in front of you. But the challenging situation is that something strong, it's maybe like going to try to take over, some kind of strong energy that is just going to confuse you and just distract you a little bit. So just make sure that everything that you do, you're doing for yourself. Make sure that you're well centered, make sure that you're well grounded, and make sure that you understand that if you don't kind of like help to yourself in this life, you're not going to be able to help to anyone else, you know. So you have to take yourself as a primary responsibility. So this is something that you need to do, because this is to do with your life, but it's also giving to your spirit, to your soul, what your spirit and soul needs at this moment in time. So this is why this is so important, okay? And also try not to miss the point. You know, this is something to try to not to miss the point because of the distractions of the daily lives that you're actually going to have. But you're going to do really well, and you will see by the time you get to the last 2 days in February, you will have a moment of waking up. And what this moment of waking up is, it's going to come from these 3 different situations, from these 3 different opportunities, okay? And even if you have just one, you know, just remember that at times time to come, it's not going to be that long, you're going to be facing a couple of other opportunities, because this is strictly pretty much so connected to your past. It's going to waken you up so much, and this is how I know, because this is going to help you to wake up. Wake up, wake up. You will know why am I saying this. You will know where am I coming from. By the same time, this is going to kind of like make you feel so excited about your life, but it's also going to pretty much so going to help you to do something about the stagnation in your life, you know, the lack of determination, the lack of direction that you had, you know, and the part of your life that made you feel so narrow-minded purely because lots of people from the outside who didn't have anything to do with you, they were like kind of like a plastering their opinions on you without you even realizing, and then that affected your way of thinking, that affected your way of planning. So now it's time to come back home to yourself. This is important, and it's bringing in new opportunities. Just remember that this is going to help you to fix and to heal part of your life that became like a pretty much so heavy and difficult stagnation, because it's going to help you realize why did it happen, and it's going to help you realize that you are the one with the power. You are the one who run your life. You are the one who make your own decision. You are the one who is holding your own candle, baby. This is important, okay? So it's all about you fixing those lack of determination or direction that you might have had, and maybe you didn't even realize that you actually had lack of determination and things like that. But a sacred time is by the time you get to the last part of February, you know, this is going to become evident, and the feeling and vibration that you're going to have, it's going to be absolutely undeniable, okay? So it's going to make you feel something that you didn't feel in a long time. Okay, so now my gorgeous Pisces, I'm going to see what is going to be a tarot card. Oh gosh, you see, that one just came out. Yeah, that just came. Like, I mean, come on. It's like this is all basically. I don't even know what to say. Follow your determination, you know, follow your inspiration, you know, follow your own power. This is what is going to be happening. It's going to change your life this month. This is going to change the way you look at things, but it's also going to change your life. It's going to make you feel so much more powerful. Just pay attention to what you feel determined about this month in particular. Okay, pay attention to your intuition. Pay attention to every time when you feel active, you know, what is making you feel active, you know, because what you're thinking up and what you're thinking about, what you're trying to do is going to create lots of deep and emotional feelings. By the same time, this is going to help you to recognize that specific part of your life that you're going to find yourself on, like, let's say, like a spiritual quest, you know, because it's going to make you feel so much better about yourself. This is brilliant, because what you're doing this right now, it's also going to bring you financial security. It's going to put you right back where you should be. It's brilliant. Nice little readjustment, my gorgeous Pisces, indeed. Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous people. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.